Not all developers are taking a break over the holiday period. We have some big announcements and releases this week, and as each and every week we try to cover all the flight sim news, so let's jump into the video. Before we jump into this week's announcements, in these videos we try to bring you all the flight sim news in one place, so if that sounds right up your taxiway, please click that subscribe button. 70% of people that watch Sales Flight Simulator channel are not subscribed yet. This really helps support the channel and keeps it growing and growing. Thank you very much for your support. Before we jump into this week's video, I want to let you know that this video is sponsored by FS Academy Mission Packs. FS Academy is a flight training missions aimed to provide you authentic knowledge and teach you how to fly professional and get the most authentic experience in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Each mission pack has something for everyone, including VFR training, IFR, virtual instruments, cross-country navigation, learn to fly the big jets with Jetliner and Voyager for just being adventurous. Being a real-world pilot myself, I have been using VFR training and cross-country navigation packs to help refresh my skills. FS Academy has been designed and developed by a real airliner captain, so you know that they have been tried and tested to represent real-world training courses. Mission packs are accompanied by theory and charts that are found in comprehensive ground school manuals that can be downloaded. FS Academy is great for simmers who are just getting into the hobby, right up to the experienced simmers that are practicing instrument approaches. And during this holiday period from the 21st of December to the 4th of January, FS Academy is available for a 40% discount over on the Flight Simulator Marketplace. You can find FS Academy by clicking on the activities section within the Marketplace. Pre-flighting this week's previews and announcements. PMDG is back in the news again. This time around the team is releasing a new update for their current fleet in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The update is aimed at increasing the quality and performance of the aircraft. The team also mentioned that the progress of the 737 and 900 has been making good progress on the testing side of things, and there's a few areas they tend to clean up before release. PMDG's EFB is currently working partially, however it's not quite ready for the big show. PMDG is taking time on this particular framework of the EFB, as it will need to work with all the entire PMDG fleet currently and in the future. There's also no detail of when we will see a PMDG 737 on Xbox, but hopefully we'll get some insight around that very soon. Aerosoft dropped some screenshots of their current in development Airbus A330. The team planned of releasing the A330 before the end of 2022, but it's been pushed back to 2023. Aerosoft's latest screenshots showcase a cockpit that has illuminated state with operational screens. These screenshots are far ahead of some of the work in progress screenshots we have seen in the past few updates. Aerosoft mentioned with this particular project, they're planning on focusing on providing high detail A330 inside the cockpit and outside the cockpit. The team has mentioned the A330 will not come with a high detail cabin, as they say this is a non-crucial area and therefore they're using this as a bit of a trade-off for good performance when it comes to the Airbus. There's no detail on release date at this stage, after the team did predict they would have a release before the end of the year. I'm sure we won't see a release date just before the team is ready for a launch. Top Mark Studios this week announced they are in development with the B2 Spirit for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Top Mark were the team behind the F-22 Raptor, and they're aiming at delivering a similar concept to what we saw with that release. Due to the aircraft's secret nature, the team will plan to do their best with what information is available and what they have learnt previously when it comes to the F-22. The team will aim for the B2 to be a rich in visual detail and will be enjoyable to fly. The team plan on releasing it on Xbox and PC, and Fargo the development within a Wasam environment due to the delays that Asobo is doing to implement it into the sim. No details of when we will see the B2 release, but Top Mark did mention that the development is in its very early stages. However, they are aiming for a beta testing within 6 months. Of course, we'll keep you posted for any more B2 development news from Top Mark. Taxing over to this week's release news, and FS2 Crew this week have released their franchise for the PMDG 737. Currently available for the CRJ, the Mad Dog X, and the A320NX, now available for the PMDG 737. If you're not familiar with FS2 Crew products, it basically enables a co-pilot for the aircraft that assumes the role of pilot monitoring, and you retain the role of pilot in command. FS2 Crew allows you to fly Boeing's operational procedures using 15 different different sets of voices from around the world that you get to choose from. FS2 Crew for PMDG 737 comes with all the latest features from the team, which includes support for mobile devices, SimBrief integration, direct integration via the Microsoft Flight Simulator tool, and you can pick up your copy of FS2 Crew for PMDG 737 directly from the store. As always, I'll leave a link in the description below. The next release for the week, this one goes to the team over at INI Builds, or any builds depending on how you want to say it. This is the team that brought us the Airbus A310 for the 40th anniversary edition. This time they released a new scenery, which is Nadi International Airport. Nadi is the main international airport hub for Fiji and the main hub for Fiji Airlines. The airport serves about 2.5 passengers a year, with regular visits from Air New Zealand, Jetstar, Qantas, with destinations such as Auckland, Brisbane, Honolulu, Los Angeles, and many more. The package feature highlights are true-to-life airport landside with custom ground decals, signposts, vegetations, and parking barriers. Detailed rendition of the airport. The terminal is populated with a variety of models and people, handmade ground marking textures, bespoke taxiway signage, and custom-built jetways with PBR textures, and they're animated. You can pick up your copy of INI Builds, or any builds, International Airport for Nadi directly from their store. I'll leave a link in the description below. Recently, we saw Fly Inside release their version of the Bell 206. This time, it's Cohen Simulations with their release of the Bell 206 Bravo 3. This is the team's first project for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it's not the first time the team has created helicopters for a flight sim. The team is very experienced at creating high detail helicopters over on the X-Plane platform. Cohen Simulations mentioned there will be plenty of updates over the coming weeks and months to ensure that the Bell is up to the standard they want to see for their first project. Features included in the package is a realistic startup procedures, a whopping 75 liveries, which is insane, dynamic weight options, realistic flight dynamics, 4K PBR textures, custom 3D night lighting, and a spotlight, spray kit, and cinema camera will be functional at a later update. You can pick up your copy of Cohen Simulations Bell 206 directly from their website. As always, a link in the description below. There is no development news from the Asobo team this week, as they are taking a break for the holiday period, but we should see an update from the team next week. This is our last video for 2022, so I would like to say a big thank you to everybody for all your support this year, and I'm looking forward to creating more flight sim content over the next year ahead. Thank you very, very much for your support. This is the first time you come across to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, as that way we can let you know when our next video releases go live or when our next stream goes live throughout 2023. I'm going to leave you with another video here. Why don't you check that one out, and I will see you over there.